How did humanity begin? And why is our world filled with so much diversity and conflict? In the beginning, God creates everything: light, the sky, land, seas, plants, and animals. He makes Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, giving them freedom but setting one rule: do not eat the forbidden fruit at the center of the garden. The serpent persuades Eve, who eats the forbidden fruit, and offers it to Adam too. Suddenly, they realize they're naked. When God finds out, he punishes them and banishes them from Eden. Adam and Eve have sons, Cain and Abel. Out of jealousy, Cain kills Abel and flees. Humanity multiplies, but as people grow, so do violence and corruption. God decides to limit how long humans can live. The birth of Seth, another son, brings hope. Their descendants spread out, build cities, and culture begins to flourish. Wickedness fills the earth. God chooses Noah, a righteous man, and commands him to build a huge ark. Noah brings pairs of animals, and his family enters the ark. Rain pours for 40 days and nights. Water covers the world. Only Noah, his family, and the animals on the ark survive God's judgment. Finally, the water recedes. The ark stops on Mount Ararat. Noah sends out a dove, which returns with an olive branch. This is humanity's new sign of hope. God makes a covenant, promising never to flood the earth again. The rainbow becomes a sign of this. Noah's descendants form new nations and languages, but they try to unite as one. They start building the Tower of Babel to reach the heavens. God confuses their languages, scattering them worldwide. Each village now speaks its own language. From all nations, God chooses Abraham, promising him countless descendants and a land of his own. Abraham leaves Ur with his family, believing in God's promise. Abraham faces famine and conflict. His faith gets tested over and over. Even with no children, God insists his descendants will be as countless as the stars in the sky. Isaac is finally born. Later, God commands Abraham to sacrifice his son, but at the last moment, God intervenes, proving his faithfulness. Isaac grows up, marries, and has twins, Esau and Jacob. Jacob tricks Esau and receives his father's blessing. Fleeing, he dreams of a ladder reaching to heaven. God promises Jacob protection and will fulfill his promise to Abraham. Jacob marries Leah and Rachel, has 12 sons who will lead Israel's tribes. Family quarrels are constant, but Jacob prospers and eventually returns to Canaan. Joseph, the favorite son, receives a colorful coat. His jealous brothers sell him as a slave to Egypt. They trick their father into believing Joseph is dead. In Egypt, Joseph works as a slave, is imprisoned unfairly, but stands out by interpreting Pharaoh's dreams. Because of him, Egypt is able to prepare for famine years ahead. When famine hits Canaan, Joseph's brothers travel to Egypt for food. They don't recognize Joseph, who tests if they regret their past actions before revealing himself. Joseph reveals his identity with tears, forgives his brothers, and invites the whole family to live in Egypt. Jacob reunites with his son after so many years. Jacob blesses each of his 12 sons, predicting the future of each tribe of Israel. Before dying, he has to be buried in Canaan. Joseph lives to old age and reaffirms God's promise to the Hebrew people. He dies in Egypt, but trusts that one day God will return his family to the promised land. Genesis ends here, but the Bible's epic journey is just beginning.